What's up, guys? It's Michael Geyer here with my good buddy,
Craig Althouse.
and we're the faces behind Secure the Bag. Our channel is focused on sports and sports betting, so if you're into either of those, be sure to subscribe to the channel and keep up with our latest releases.
And be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram as well. We're always trying to put out more content out there for you guys. We want to get you guys more involved. So make sure to definitely check us out on those platforms as well.
So today we'll be looking at Tuesday's NBA action.
Our first segment today is going to be our rapid fire player props. In this segment, me and Guy are here going to talk about 5 player props for tonight's games that we think are going to hit. And then the other one is going to give their opinion on our picks. So I guess I'll kick it off here.
Yeah.
My first player prop is Jamal Murray over under 21.5 points versus Brooklyn.
Okay, yeah. So I say that Murray's going to go over that. I think he is the star of that offense. Obviously, Jokic is a big part, but Jokic is more of a facilitator. Kind of does everything. Murray's more of the scorer. So I think Murray's going to go over 21.5.
All right. And by the way, all these numbers are coming from FanDuel Sportsbook. My second is Draymond Green over under 6.5 rebounds versus Indiana.
See, I'm going to go under here for Draymond. Looking at his stats over the first couple games of the schedule, he has only hit 6 rebounds, really, as his highest. So I don't think he's going over that.
All right. My third one is former Sixer Al Horford over under 3.5 assists versus the Spurs today.
This is another one where, Horford's had over 3.5 assists 4 times this season. So I'm going to take his under here.
Under. Fourth for me is Donovan Mitchell over under 23.5 points versus Cleveland.
I'm going a third straight under. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys. He's shooting a lot. He could definitely go over. But he's only got 3 games, believe it or not, where he's over 23 points. As much as he shoots, that's, the best he's gotten.
Damn. All right, and my last one's Kevin Durant over under 7.5 rebounds versus Denver.
I'm going over here. Durant, before getting injured, he had 11 boards in one game, and then his first game back had another 11. With Kyrie out, Kevin Durant's really going to put this team on his back. He's definitely going to be doing a lot. All right, so now I'm going to hit you with my players here. So I got Nikola Jokic over under 8.5 assists.
Jokic, I have under 8.5 assists. He averages 10.4 this year, but in his past 5 games, he went 5, 12, 4, 6, and 12. So he's been under in 3 of the past 5 games. So I think that trend continues with him staying under 8.5.
Okay. Next, I got Karis LeVert over under 20.5 points.
This one's tough because Kyrie's out this game again. I actually have him going over 20.5 because Kyrie's out. I think if he was playing, it'd be under, but he's hit over 20.5 points in 4 of his last 5 games. So I have him going over again here.
Okay. Now I got Andrew Wiggins over under 17.5 points.
Wiggins, I have under 17.5 tonight. Over the past 5 games, he's only hit over 17.5 twice. And it was 3 games ago was the last time he hit the over. So I think I'm going to stick with him going under again today.
Okay. How do you feel about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over under 6.5 assists?
Okay, so this one's tough because he's averaging 6.8 this year. So I have him over the 6.5. He's been over in 4 of the last 5 games, and I think that will continue. I think his average is going to continue to rise.
All right. Now here's one that I think is pretty high, but Rudy Gobert over under 13.5 rebounds.
Well, you're right, it is high, but he's going to go over 13.5. That's another one that's right on his average. His average is 13.5 per game. He had 19 rebounds last game, and 14 the game before that, which are both over. And I think that and he's actually been over 3 times in the past 5 games, so that's going to continue tonight with the over. So there you have it. There's our 10 unique picks for this Tuesday's basketball games.
Next, we're going to get into our pick and roll into the parlay. So basically, Craig and I each made up a parlay for the 6 games tonight. There was originally 7, but the Mavericks game got postponed. This could be a combination of spreads, money line, over-unders. If we wanted to throw a player prop in, we may have. But you name it, we threw it in our parlays. So we're going to jump into that, and I'll start off. So for my 6-leg parlay, I got the Miami Heat +7 against the Philadelphia 76ers. I've got the Nuggets money line against the Brooklyn Nets. The Jazz versus Cavs, I have them going over 206.5 points. Lakers, I have covering -5.5. Spurs versus Thunder, I have going under 218.5. DeMar DeRozan's out this game. And the Pacers, I have covering at +3.5.
Okay, well, your parlay is wrong, and mine is better.
Okay.
My parlay is over 209.5 points for the Sixers and Heat. Even though the Sixers are probably going to be shorthanded again, I think their bench has been scoring pretty nicely these past few games. I think Embiid will probably be out today because he played last night.
Mm-hmm.
But so I think 209.5 is pretty low, so I think that's pretty good. Joe Harris over 2.5 threes tonight. He's been insane recently. That game a few nights ago against the Sixers, he hit a ton of threes that game. So 2.5 over. I took the alternate spread for the Jazz by 3.5. I don't remember exactly what it was at, the regular spread. Do you have it on there?
I do not. I believe
it was pretty high. I think it was around 10 points for the Jazz.
Yeah, it was
10.5. So I didn't like that number, so I took 3.5. I have over 222 for the Lakers and Rockets.
It's a pretty high score.
It is a pretty high score, but I think I don't know. I feel good about it. I feel good about it hitting there. I have Murray over 16.5 points. The Spurs are not going to have DeMar DeRozan again, like you said earlier. And Murray's their second highest scorer. So I have him going over the 16.5 points. And then I have Steph Curry over 35.5 points and assists. He averages 28.6 points and 6.7 assists. So I know that's under 35.5.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I think it's close enough. I think he's going to go over there.
All right,
I'm not the best at math, but listen, he's going to go over, right?
Well, I mean, we'll see. Yours is definitely a bit more risky, but
it's risky, but that's that's what pays out the big bucks. That's what the viewers are looking for.
That's true.
So make sure you guys comment below who you think has the better parlay, even though it's me. And make sure you comment with what you guys are playing tonight.
We're going to end today with one more segment, which we like to call Slam Dunk Picks.
Yeah, this one's pretty straightforward. Guy and I are both going to give our one lock for the night. We're going to detail a little bit about why we picked it, and why it is our lock. So, Guy, you want to start?
Yeah, so I'll start off. The one I really like a lot that I think is definitely a lock for tonight is the Heat +7. A few things we touched base on when we were going over the parlays. Joel Embiid might be sitting out tonight. The Sixers have had a slew of injuries, illness, you name it. I don't think they have their chemistry right. The Heat are a good team. They don't really have many good players injured. Jimmy Butler is coming back to Philly. He's always going to ball out against Philly, I think. But, you don't know who we're going to have tonight yet. But I think even if we have, Simmons, Embiid, who knows what the chemistry is looking like. The bench has played well.
Simmons is out already. They already said Simmons is out. So, yeah,
so there you go. Simmons is ruled out. Who knows if Embiid plays or not, but I don't think Embiid can do it all himself against that Heat team.
No, yeah, I agree. I think that's definitely a lock as well. I like the Heat +7 as well. I took Oklahoma City at +2 over San Antonio. Like we said earlier, DeRozan's not playing, and Oklahoma City's home.
But does home court matter?
Home court does still matter because it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters if there's no fans, but I'd still rather be a team that's home and can stay at their houses and have a routine down, rather than a team that still has to go across. Well, not really across country. They're not going that far, but they still have to stay in a hotel probably. Yeah. They still have to do all the travel. So I still like Oklahoma City +2 over San Antonio.
San Antonio is without DeRozan too, like we touched on. I do like that as well. Especially Oklahoma being +2. But we'll see. Those are our locks. We'll see how they go. I think we got 2 solid picks there. Let us know if you guys have any yourself or you think something's definitely going to hit tonight.
Well, guys, that does it for this episode.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and make sure to subscribe to the channel.
We'll see you guys next time. And as always, secure the bag.